Easter is the greatest feast that Christians of all denominations celebrate. How do we grow in understanding and appreciation of this great miracle and gift of Jesus' dying and rising to new life for us? Often it is through our memories, stories, and experiences. Perhaps a particular Easter stands out in your memory. Many years ago, I spent Holy Week and Easter with our sisters living in Mesa, Arizona. Services on Holy Thursday and Good Friday were unique and very meaningful. However, I will always remember the parish family mass on Easter Sunday. Young children in costumes read the scriptures for Easter Sunday. After the gospel, the pastor invited all the children in the church to come forward and sit on the steps leading up to the altar. The pastor invited the children to tell him about Easter, which they did. Then he asked the children, "What did Jesus say to people he met on Easter?" They responded, "Don't be afraid. Peace be with you. I will never leave you." When the pastor concluded the homily, he picked up a large glass bowl filled with water, blessed at the Easter Vigil. He told the children, "I will bring this water to each of you. When I do, dip your hand in this Easter water. Then return to your parents and bless them with the Easter water." I was so moved as I heard these little voices repeating what Jesus said with such simplicity and confidence, and then by watching the children bless their parents with the Easter water. We often wonder, how do I find God? Or how does God find me? That Easter Sunday was my birthday. Perhaps Jesus was reaffirming his Easter gifts to me through the voices of these little children. During the Easter season, let's take time to read and ponder the gospel stories of Jesus' appearances after his resurrection. They reveal his personal love and reassurance to his friends, the apostles, and disciples. For example, early on Easter Sunday, Mary Magdalene looked for Jesus in the tomb. She was bereft when the angels told her that Jesus was not there. He had risen. Later, Mary Magdalene asked a man who she thought was the gardener where he had taken Jesus. Mary did not recognize Jesus until he called her by name. How do you feel when God calls you by name, as he did Mary Magdalene? Jesus found two of his disciples walking to Emmaus. They were sad and puzzled by the events that had taken place in Jerusalem. At first, they did not recognize this stranger who joined them on their journey. His attentive listening to them opened their minds and hearts to listen to him explain more deeply what had happened. Then Jesus accepted the disciples' invitation to stay with them at an inn. In his breaking of the bread, they recognized this stranger as Jesus risen and in their midst, nourishing their bodies, minds, and hearts. Who are the companions on your journey who share with you in surprising ways the love and wisdom of Jesus? Do you recognize Jesus in the breaking of the bread of the Eucharist as the disciples did? Then there is the morning fish fry on the beach. After a night of fishing and catching nothing, Jesus knew that the apostles' bodies were tired and their hearts were heavy because they had not caught any fish. So Jesus prepared a breakfast for them on the beach. How does Jesus nourish you and your friends and family? On Easter Sunday, the apostles, after learning that Jesus was not in the tomb, locked themselves in the upper room. And Jesus appeared in their midst, offering them peace. What do you do when you are afraid? How might you invite Jesus to free you from your fears during this Easter season? Fortunately, the Easter season lasts 50 days, giving us 7 weeks to read these stories and enter into a deeper encounter with the risen Jesus. Grace awaits us. May we savor these next 50 days and be blessed with peace and joy, hope and courage. Then, as disciples of Jesus, may we share these spiritual gifts with others.